like I really needed to share it here tonight. It might be more for me than it is for you guys, but I hope that you'll listen, because there might just be something in here that you need to hear. So here goes. When I was 13, I had my first kiss. I was too young to date, but I was chasing my bliss. We had such a cute story. We were best friends, and I got lost in the fairy tale of what the future might present. Well, my parents found out that we were going a little too fast, so they put an end to it, and that was that. But that's what started a crazy trend. I craved attention, someone just to hold my hand. So my parents couldn't control what I did at school, so I got myself a boyfriend. And boy, I felt cool with someone to hold my hand down the halls. It was nice to feel safe because I'm so prone to fall. I was so convinced that I had found true love. I wanted to show him go beyond and above, and I got caught, dear God, by none other than Dad. And I was embarrassed and scared, and my mom wasn't there. So I sat there humiliated. I could not stop crying while my mom was out of town taking care of her dad that was dying. But now my dad's acting weird. He's rubbing my face in all my wrong deeds like a dog being shamed. You think that it helped? That it somehow changed me? I changed all right, believe me. My mom got home, and of course she was mad. What I did was insane, but what about Dad? Did she know what he did? Was it wrong, what he did? Yeah, I was in trouble, and sure, I knew why, but something had shifted between Dad and I. But my parents made us break up, and that just made me angry, so a new side of me was brewing and raging. But what happened next, I really couldn't believe, because a popular boy actually noticed me. But I was playing, you see. I was friends with his ex, and he was using me. So I bounced back to an ex of my own, and we worked it all out, and I thought we'd grow old, and together, hand in hand, we could take on the world, except maybe me moving far, far away. I came to the end of my middle school days, and that boy faded with that summer's haze. So I moved across country and said my goodbyes, and I think he might hate me. I wouldn't be surprised. A brand new school in a brand new state. I was scared to death, but this would be great. High school now, full of possibilities. I could be anyone I wanted to be, but old habits die hard, and I turned around and gave my heart to a boy I barely knew, it's true, and he led me down paths that were dark. He used and abused. He left a bruise on my arm. But lo and behold, a new boy snuck in, and he stole me away from the darkness within, and he made me smile. He brought back the happy. But I had to keep it all secret from my family. See, I couldn't date till I was 16, and heaven forbid we repeat the last scene. So I couldn't share with them that I was happy, and it was tearing me up, but no one saw what was happening, and a trickle effect rippled through my life. Paranoia, negativity set in. Ooh, that was all that was left. Depression sank in, and I got in my own head. While I tried to hold on to the last piece of happy, I watched as it crumpled to pieces before me, and so the cascade, the spiral began, or did it begin by wanting to hold someone's hand? Won't somebody help me? There's darkness inside. You'll be your doormat. You can leave me to dry. You can cheat, you can lie, go ahead and use me. That's fine, that's all I'm good for. Isn't that right? Dump me on Valentine's Day over a text. Or on my birthday. Come on, who's next? Round and round the cycle goes. Just please, don't let me feel alone. I've gone too far. There's no going back. But what can I do? Where can I turn? I can't tell my mom. She will be so mad. And I'm terrified to be alone too long with my dad. It's weird how he wants to tuck me in every night. I want his love and affection, but this doesn't feel right. I can't take anymore. Everything is wrong. I have to stand up. I have to be strong. Mom! I'm so top of the stairs, and understanding and love broke through the tears. And that was the last straw for my mom and her marriage. Goodbye, Mr. B. So long and good riddance. Things were finally looking up again. But I have scars and I'm ailed with depression. I've faltered and fell. I've continued to make mistakes. I just want to be happy, whatever it takes. I took comfort in a friend who was a lot like me. He also struggled with things no one else could see. Together we decided to cross a line, and I really thought that we were fine, but I guess maybe we didn't quite see eye to eye because he stopped talking to me. Every night I waited to hear from him, but it went on too long and he fell from my sights. So on Valentine's Day, I took a rose and a card with a note upstairs at school to wait with a lump in my throat for someone who was there before I hated me, who always cared for my well-being. I could only hope that he could forgive. I had hurt him. I know what I did. Friends again, then something more. I was a senior and I could soar. But I never told my mom that my heart changed its song. She never knew anything was wrong, so when doomsday came, she rang the gong. I very nearly got kicked out because I directly disobeyed by letting a boy in the house. But deeper than that, she thought I was cheating on the boy who had stopped talking to me. So, oh my God, what a mess. I maybe was wrong, but I never meant for this. No one around was on my side. I had nowhere to run and nowhere to hide. I had to show where my heart lay, but what in the world could I possibly say? So I wrote a song and asked him to listen in hopes that he'd hear the words that I had written. Finally, when things settled down, we stayed together despite our parents' frowns. And why I chose to move away from him, my friends, my family, I don't know. I had to go. That wasn't the place I belonged anymore. We tried to stay close by chatting through Skype, but long distance is hard, and despite the love that was there, it was not enough to bridge the many, many miles separating us. So I was broken and alone, and I was tired of being told what to do, what not to do. Just butt out, I'm not gonna mold. I make my own choices for my own life. I don't care what you say, you are not always right. It's hard for me to understand why I chose to elope with some random guy. I thought that I loved him, but I wasn't ready for a marriage commitment. Are you kidding? I had so much family around me then. I could have reached out, but I didn't. So the next thing they knew, I was a Mrs. Obviously, that didn't last. I got a divorce, and boy, am I glad, because the next venture that followed led me to the place where I met my best friends, and one more hurdle to face before I fell head over heels for a man who adores me and he gives me all those feels. Every choice I've ever made led me to here right now, today, standing here in front of all of you, doing what I've always wanted to do, using my voice to uplift and inspire, and sharing my story because I've been through fire. The point of this is, don't give up. Wherever you are in life, if you think you're stuck, don't be afraid to fight for your life. Forget what others say, they are not always right. And when you fall down, it's going to hurt. But you have to stand up and brush off the dirt. You have to get up and ask for help. Even if you think no one is there, ask, watch. It'll come from somewhere. And it usually comes from a place you would never expect, so you have to use your heart and not your head. Frankly, now I'm exhausted. My name is Daisha Rai. Thank you for listening.